Hey guys, FAL guy here. What are you gonna do if you have an old FAL mag and it doesn't want to feed properly? You're kind of screwed, aren't you? Well, not anymore. DSArms has released an FAL mag upgrade kit that comes with an improved spring and an improved anti-tilt follower. And with those two things, you can fix your old FAL mag. So in this video, we're gonna look at how to install that mag and how well it will run. With me, I have my Bush Warrior FAL, my trusted old rifle, and we're gonna run a couple mags through it that have all the improved follower. So let's get started. Talking about the installation process. The installation process consists out of 3 steps. I can't fully show you the installation process because thank you to YouTube, but I can show you the major steps. Step number 1, take the floor plate and the old spring out of the magazine. Step number 2, install the new spring. Step number 3, push in the spring and close the floor plate and you're golden. 3 steps, super easy, anybody can do it. So let's go shoot that thing. So the first mag I have with me is our DSArms mag. Let's see how it runs. It did chamber, so that's a big success. Also, this mag has given me a lot of issues, as you can see in this video.
We got a 20 round DSArms mag. I put like 12 rounds in it. I don't think it will lock the bolt to the rear and might give us a malfunction just because the spring is weak. I did stretch it out. Let's see if it runs. If it does not, don't blame the gun, blame the old mag and the old spring from the 70s. So let's get started. Yep, last round, always has issues feeding just because the spring is old.
Let's test it. 2 rounds, the bolt did not lock to the rear. I expect it to not lock to the rear because I think there's something inherently wrong. But it did feed 2 rounds, so that's a big plus. So all we know, DSArms mag, new follower, new spring, fixed the problem. So let's take it to the next magazine and see how it runs in another magazine. So with me, I have a South African magazine, upgraded the spring and follower. Let's see how that does. Of note is that this magazine is from 1963, so it is really old. So was a spring and follower, but I think we fixed the issue now. I chambered 2 rounds in it. As you can see, it even locked to the rear. That is a great success. Let's take it to the next mag. The next mag is an Austrian one. It also has 2 rounds in it. I also do believe that this will not run properly in terms of locking the bolt to the rear because it never did that with the regular follower in it too. So I just hope it feeds. If it does that, I'm more than happy. So as we can see, it did not lock to the rear, but it did work. So let's see if it would run with 1 round in the magazine. So what I got is 1 round in the magazine. Let's see if that feeds in this Austrian magazine. The bolt did not lock to the rear, but it did feed, and that all that matters to me. The one magazine that worked the best was the South African one. Why? Obviously South African. We all know the South African FAL mags are just awesome. The other reason why they work in the South African magazine is just because the magazine is South African. It was made in a great way and it's just a solid magazine. The issue I had with the South African was the spring was too weak. But anyhow. So we did our testing, so let's get to the conclusion. So, what are the benefits of this new mag upgrade kit? There are basically 2 major benefits. A, you're gonna get an improved spring. A spring that has more life in it than the old spring of your old magazine. So that's a big plus. And the other plus is you get to rock your old FAL mag. The ones that have not been able to run anymore. Another big benefit is the improved follower. As we all know, the old follower was not always the best one in terms of anti-tilt. Well, the new follower does improve the anti-tilt, obviously, mechanism, and it just stabilizes the round better in the mag. So overall, that is a big win. Now, one downside to this mag kit is that it does not always lock the bolt to the rear. As you have seen in the previous videos, especially with my older DSArms mag, it did not work properly. Now the question comes up, is it fault of the upgrade kit or is it fault of the mag? And I would attribute it to the magazine itself. I've run different springs and different followers in the magazine and always had issues of the bolt locking to the rear. So I would not attribute it to the upgrade kit. I mean, you see my Austrian mags that I upgraded, they run perfectly fine, they lock to the bolt to the rear. So there's no issue with that. So overall, I would say it's a really good product that gives a lot of life into your old mag, makes your rifle more enjoyable, and makes the magazine run better. And we all know that well running steel mags for the FAL are a huge plus, right? Because mags are scarce nowadays. So concluding, I can highly recommend the upgrade kit. It not only fixes your old FAL mag, as you've seen before, but it also gives you an awesome follower for it. So big plus and thank you to DSArms. I also want to say thank you to all my followers, regardless whether you're in Europe, South America, North America, or South Africa. You all know South Africa is always close to my heart. So thanks a lot for following my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, share it among your friends. The more exposure I get, the more I can afford doing these videos. Again, I pay for all the ammo myself. 3.8 ammo is expensive. And I do have advertisement on my YouTube videos to pay for that. So thanks a lot. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for being awesome followers. Let's keep the FAL the coolest rifle on this planet.